In today's video, we're looking at part 2 of 3 videos covering the topic layout design with respect to web page design, magazine design, calendar design, and brochure design. And we'll be continuing the video now. So the layout principle that we're looking on is the visual hierarchy, right? And here now we have I made this layout for the video that was for a database. A student had asked me to make a video on the OLE object, right? And the OLE object means object linking embedding, right? That's what OLE means, and it's a OLE object. So the OLE object allows you to embed other documents and objects in the database. So a database, as you know, is primarily made to store primarily text and numbers, right? So with this additional functionality in Microsoft Access, we could actually store photographs or images that are saved in, for example, Paint, and it can be stored in the database. So here's a hierarchy. The main thing for the video that I made for the student who requested the video was the OLE object, and here we have the arrow pointing to it to emphasize that this is the main thing that should catch the reader's eye or the viewer's eye. Then this database, I think the font is smaller, right? And then now we have how to create, right? And then a table to emphasize a table. And then we're adding a picture to the database table using the OLE object, right? So the main thing would be the OLE object in a database, and the title for this layout for my video is how to create a database table. This is a database table, then add a picture using the OLE object. And as I said, here's I included a photograph which was different from IT, right? IT, you normally associate IT with chips and circuit boards, and this I thought that it would be interesting to show something which was not related to the topic, but it would still be interesting and dynamic. And we have two um, air balloons here. One is a larger one and one is a smaller one. I guess it shows movement. And the arrow would also probably be showing the main purpose of the arrow was to highlight the OLE object, which is unique to the database, because it enables you to store or embed other documents or images or photographs from other software such as Paint, for example, and it could also embed other documents. All right. So the next thing we're going to look at is the visual hierarchy example, which is a principle for effectively laying out your design, whether on a web page or on a magazine or a calendar or advertisement. So can you guess what's the main element here? It would be the mail merge, right? And the video that I made, it had the mail merge has three components. You have the data source or the source data. You have the template letter, which is a form letter, and then we have the finished product, which is a merge letter, right? So the visual hierarchy, the largest item on this or the largest element on my layout here would be the mail merge. Then the next size font would be the data source letter template and a merge letter. And then now to give further description of what the data source is, here we have names and address in a list in a smaller size font. And likewise, we have the letter template. And here's a description of the two main elements that we have. it's in a smaller size font. So a common letter to everyone is in the smallest size font. And here we have merge letter, and it's a Microsoft Word creates a final document. And here we have the logo, right? And the logo being placed above this light blue box gives the logo the element of it being lifted from the web page or the document that the person sees. So it gives a floating effect. All right. So this is visual hierarchy. We make the font size bigger based and smaller based on what we want to emphasize or what is the main element on the design that we're looking at. All right, the next element we're looking at is to design an effective layout using a set of principles, and the principle that we're looking at is space, right? So in this layout design that I did for my video, and I believe this was for the how to draw a title block. Here we have the logo, and because there are a lot of white space around it, it draws your eyes to the logo here, and it says CAD Mr. Hew, right? And also it is contrasting because the logo is in black and this white space is white, as you can see. It pulls the eye to the person's eye, the reader's eye, to the center of this yellow highlighted box. Now this yellow image which is inside the blue outline, it has a curved edge which would further enhance the visual aesthetic appearance of the page. So this is actually a drawing page, right? And a drawing page is normally white, especially if you're drawing on an actual sheet of paper with drawing instruments. So this yellow outline, which has a fancy corner, will actually bring out the space element of the white paper, right? And also in this white space, we have the words written, the title written, part 1 of 2. So this is saying part 1 of 3 videos, and we're bringing the users or the reader's eyes to the label here that to indicate that there are 3 videos, and this is the first one. And here I have the logo, and we are indicating that we hope that our site or resource material will become the person's CAD resource, the ultimate tool or resources for CAD. All right, here we have another example of how you can use space. Here we have the drawing of a spanner, right? And because it's in a white space, right, it pulls the reader's eyes to the image that is in the center of the white space, right? And here we also put in the name of the channel, CAD Mr. Hew, on the drawing to further bring the person's eyes to the layout to indicate that this is a channel or a resource that is called CAD Mr. Hew, and it also shows some authentication that this design of this panel that I made was done by me, right? So like whenever you buy a tool, it says made in, for example, Germany. So that is why I incorporated the name of the channel, CAD Mr. Hew, in the drawing to indicate that this is my original drawing. Also, we have part 2 of 2 to indicate to the reader or the we have come to the end of part 2 of 3 videos covering the topic layout design. Now, this covered the website design layout, the magazine design layout, and the brochure design layout. So please join us in part 3.
Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.